What's up, y'all? So I got this download late last night, and I felt a sense of urgency that I don't normally feel for downloads. So I feel like with what I'm about to share, something has gotten past the point of being acceptable or even safe for someone. And I saw the numbers 707, 919, and 1010 on this one. And it's crazy because I was gonna film this last night. As soon as I got up to go toward my phone to record this, an intense wave of extreme fatigue just fell on me. And I deal with fatigue a lot. This was another level. I literally thought I was gonna fall out of my chair. And then I had a wave of nausea come over me. So someone does not want, 101, someone does not want this information that I'm gonna share to come out. 100%. But watch this clip and then I'm gonna explain after.
You abandoned me. The same blood that runs my veins runs yours. He's not here for you. He's here for me.
Things are not quite what they appear, Credence. No matter what you've been told.
My name is Aurelius.
We've lied to you to kindle your hate.
Okay, so there is a dynamic here. There's an energy here of someone who is angry at another person being used as a weapon to attack that other person. Now, this is a situation where somebody was accused of doing something to harm this angry person by a third person who has an issue with the person that they accused. I'm gonna try to make this not confusing, and I didn't write this down, so I'm gonna try to make this make sense. This is a general energy dynamic that I'm describing here, and then I'm gonna give some examples of what I saw in my mind with this. So let me be clear about who I'm not talking to right now. If you have come to a strong confirmation, 211, about someone in your life that you know did something to you, based on your own intuition or evidence that you found or doing divination of some sort, if you know something about a person, a toxic person, based on evidence and intuition, what you know to be true, I'm not talking to you. Confirmation. I don't know why my nose keeps itching. I'm saying that specifically because I don't want anybody who has come to a logical conclusion about a person in their life based on their intuition to take this video as me refuting the awareness that they came to based on facts. This is not your message if that's your situation. I also don't want any watchers to watch this and think that they can use this as a way to gaslight someone that they actually did harm. And I saw 321 because I'm also not talking to you. If you did something to somebody, this is not your message. I'm talking about a situation where someone who is innocent of something has someone coming toward them because someone else told that person that they did something to them. Somebody really doesn't want me to get this out. It's hard to articulate myself right now. Bear with me, y'all. So there's a young person here. Now this person could be physically young, like I'm definitely getting that for somebody. This person is like a teenager. There's a young person here who is either young in age or young in consciousness, like somebody who is vulnerable or they're easily manipulated or something like that. This could be someone who is maybe neurodivergent, and someone is able to manipulate someone's perception because they're not necessarily seeing something clearly, or they don't have the best discernment, or this person is just in a vulnerable position. This is definitely someone that some third person feels like is psychologically malleable, and they're doing some type of mental manipulation on them. This person could be depressed, or they could come from trauma. This is someone who's very emotionally dysregulated right now, that is coming for this other person based on what somebody else told them. So some situations that I got, this could be within a family setting. The person that is being targeted by this young person, now I'm going to talk to you. This could be your child for some of you. I heard something about foster care. So this could be a young person that's been in foster care, and they have like this adult that knows they're vulnerable, or that they're depressed, or that they're dealing with trauma, or they're feeling abandoned, and they're trying to stir, either through what they're saying or through some type of rituals, they're trying to increase that anger that this young person feels towards you as a parent. Like if you're a biological parent that was absent or something like that. So this could be a foster parent who is this third person manipulating this young person. This could be a second parent. So like, say, I'm even getting an energy of like you're an absent father, and the child's mother is telling them all sorts of things about things that you did to your child that you didn't actually do, or something like that. Or this is like a mentor to this young person. Like I said, this would be a physically young person, definitely a teenager here I'm picking up on, but this could also be like an adult with a learning disability, or somebody who has some type of cognitive disability, or depends on this caretaker or this third person to support them in some type of way. And this person is using that to manipulate this person to target you. For some of you, this could be an aunt or an uncle that is doing this. So there's a situation here. This is not for everybody. Someone's family is involved in the occult, like the whole family or something, and maybe this young person doesn't know that, or it's like an energy of like, let's say you're a man and your brother, which is this child's uncle or something like that, or some other relative, is telling somebody you did X, Y, and Z. You attacked them, you stole their inheritance, you committed insurance fraud or identity theft, or you just hate them and you abandoned them and you never cared about them, or you never wanted them. It's something like that that's striking a chord in this vulnerable person. And this vulnerable person is attacking you as a result. And for some reason, you're in a position where you can't refute it, either legally, like legally there could be some type of barrier to you communicating the truth to this young person, or you just can't get in contact with them, or this person is just so angry. Somebody's in a rage right now. They're just so angry that they don't want to hear anything from you, or there's no actual way to refute what they've been told by this other person, maybe because you were absent. So this could be a situation where, like, if you're the person that's being accused and attacked, this could be a situation where maybe you actually did make some mistakes, or you were absent either for reasons that you couldn't actually control. And if it's that, like, definitely you want to be able to communicate to this person, like, I couldn't be there for you. These were the things that were going on, and I know you're hurt by that, but this is why. Like, it's not whatever this narrative this person is telling you that I just didn't want to be there for you. It could be a situation like that. Maybe you want to explain it to this young person, but they just are not hearing anything because their mind has been warped by this other person. But it could be a situation where legally you were not able to be present, or this third person could, like, if this is a personal thing, like they could have blackmailed you, like you can't say anything, or I'm going to use this person to 919. I said I saw that number earlier. I'm going to use this person as collateral to, like, keep you in your place, or to get you to behave the way I want, or something like that. Somebody's holding a young person over your head somehow. and mobilizing them to target you. This third person, like I said, this feels personal, like especially if this is a family situation, and especially if there's like this family is part of like some type of secret society or something like that. This person could want to target you themselves, but they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to put their energy signature on it, so they're using this young person. That's for some of you. And it's like some type of personal beef that this person is now using the next generation or using this other person that you care about. Because I do feel like if you're the person being accused here, you care about this person. And so you could be holding yourself back because you don't want to hurt this person, or you don't want to defend yourself because either you feel like, yeah, I actually did drop the ball with certain things with this person, or yeah, I actually wasn't there the way I needed to be. So if you're the person being accused, I'm getting that you're not actually angry at this young person. You're frustrated because this person is like, for some of you, this person either physically attacked you, and that could be why this is like a red alert issue. As far as the urgency I'm feeling, this has gotten to the point where now this person is like actually physically trying to harm you, or this person could be doing some type of spell work to target you. You could be feeling frustrated because, yeah, like this is affecting your life, but also I feel like you care about this young person. So you're trying to get them to see reason, but they're not seeing it, and they won't let you try to explain, or you can't explain. It's like you're kind of tied. Your hands are kind of tied in this situation. I feel like I said, this person has become angry beyond, like they're not able to self-regulate. Somebody, like I said though, this third person is like winding them up behind the scenes. Somebody actually is doing spells on this young person to get them to come for you. This is not, yeah, see, there's a nausea again. Somebody doesn't want me to share this. Because I feel like you knowing this information is going to shift something very quickly. You could already know this. So if you're the person being accused, you could already know that this other person is playing in this person's ear. For some of you, you could not know what's going on, but you're going to discover like this person is doing this. But I'm strongly getting that this is personal. You know this person, you know what they're doing, but you can't communicate it to this young person because they're just not hearing you. 12:30. For some of you, this other person is teaching this person how to do magic towards you. So this could be like, especially like whether this is a relative to this other person or to you or not. This is someone that's like trying to paint themselves as a mentor, a caregiver, or whatever. And especially if, like I said, you were an absent parent or you were not there and you maybe were supposed to be, this other person is using that vulnerability and those hurt feelings that this young person has to position themselves in this person's life to manipulate them. And they're teaching this person magic. So they could be trying to paint this as like a way to empower this person, or I'm invested in your well-being, so this is how you should do things, or this is what you should do. There's nothing academic or like culturally fulfilling or like enriching about what this person is teaching this young person. This person is teaching them how to attack you. Plain and simple, straight up and down. This young person doesn't have discernment, and whatever anger or resentment or pain or sadness or insecurity that they feel, this third person has hooked into that, and they're continuously stirring that up as a way to bring chaos to you. So this person that's doing this could be somebody that you hurt, and they want to get back even, like I said, especially if you're like an absent father, and this is this child's mother that's doing this. I'm getting that dynamic as well. So this person could be saying all types of horrible stuff about you that aren't true. So I feel guided to speak to each of the people in this scenario right now. So if you're the person that's being accused, I feel like you could be getting frustrated. You could be feeling despair. Maybe you want to fix whatever relationship you have with this young person, based on whatever your situation is. But again, you can't, because this person is just so furious about you based on all of this stuff that's been said. I'm getting that you're going to get your redemption soon. Something is going to become clear to this young person about who this third person is. They're going to be provided with some type of evidence, or you're going to get an opportunity to explain what's actually happening here. 532, and it's going to be confirmation. It's going to be done in a way that this young person finally sees it, or whatever mental hold or magic this third person has been doing on this young person is going to break somehow, finally. But I'm saying that too to say you could actually be getting frustrated at this point. So depending on how bad this has gotten, I've seen 155, you could feel like you've been holding yourself back because you care about this young person and you don't want to hurt them, but they're actually threatening to harm you. I saw 906 before, I forgot to mention, and I just saw 609. So something is going to reverse. 1616, you could be like, yo, like at this point, you keep pushing me. I'm trying not to whoop your ass. But it's like you kind of feel like you have to, or you're getting to that point where you're getting angry now. Because it's like you actually haven't done what this person is saying, and you could feel like, you could maybe feel like, well, fuck it, I'm not going to keep trying to kiss this person's ass or make them see. It's like, because nothing's working. So you could be getting frustrated. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you're going to lose your cool the next time something happens. Try to continue to hold yourself. I feel like 654. I feel like that's why this is urgent. I feel like you feel like you're about to flip your shit. Try not to. I do get it. For some of you, you're not getting as angry. Confirmation. Because you know that to some degree, this young person's anger with you is maybe justified or valid. And so, or that's what you just need to remind yourself as a way to kind of calm your anger, which is also understandable. Just remember, like, this person has been manipulated. This person could, depending on your situation, this young person could feel like everybody in their life just failed them. They could receive services of some type. Like, this person doesn't have a frame of reference for, like, love or care, because everyone has, they feel like everyone has either abandoned them or rejected them, or nobody hears them, nobody understands. This person is traumatized or vulnerable, or just like cognitively they don't have the support that they would like to have. And in some way, maybe you contributed to that, even if you didn't necessarily mean to. So just try to see the bigger picture and not flip out on this person. But I do feel like the opportunity for you to clear your name is going to come, or again, something is going to happen where this person that's manipulating this young person is going to be seen or exposed for who they actually are. I'm getting that this person, 838, this person that's manipulating this young person is evil as hell. So it's just a matter of time before that shows to enough of a degree for this young person to see this. So that's for you if you're on the end, you're on the accused end. Now, to the young person in this situation, you could feel very sure. 906, again, you could feel positive about this adult. I'll just say adults. I don't really, 1919. Like I said, there could be no age difference here, but this person is young mentally or physically. You could feel, I'm talking to the young person now, 929. You could feel like you are positive about this person. Like, no, I know this person did X, Y, Z. I really strongly implore you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, do you actually have evidence for that? Y'all know I'm strong on self-validating and not allowing people to gaslight you. I feel like someone here who feels sure about a person doesn't realize that someone is gaslighting them, and that's how they got to that conclusion about this other person. Because you don't actually have evidence for something, especially, again, if this is a situation where someone who was present but toxic, 2020, someone who was present but toxic is scapegoating someone who was absent and can't refute something because they were absent. So ask yourself if you actually have a basis for this belief about this person. You don't know. You could know this person, but you don't really know the situation. You know what this other person has told you. The other thing I would say to you, young person here, is pay attention to how you feel with this person. Because at this point, you know that you're very angry and there's a lot of stuff that you need to unpack. And I do feel the energy, like you're hurting. You really do feel like everybody fucked you over or nobody cares. But you want to feel happy is what I'm getting. Ask yourself if this person is helping you get there. Because right now you know that you're just constantly angry, and this person, despite saying that they're trying to help you, is not helping you shift out of that energy at all. Also pay attention to the content of your time spent with this person. It seems like a lot of the time you're spending with this person, they're trying to get you to feel negatively about this person you're angry at. Maybe constantly talking about them, or even ask yourself if this mentor or this other parent or whoever this is, how do they treat you, right? Because if someone is trying to convince you that a third person hates you or is targeting you or has done something to harm you, and they're present while also harming you, you need to ask yourself what that person's motive is and what you actually... I don't know. I think you just need to examine this other person a little bit more closely. Also pay attention to the fact that this person that you're angry at, maybe you've done a lot of stuff that are 2244, maybe you've done a lot of stuff that is really kind of messed up, even though you don't have evidence. Pay attention to how this person is responding to that. Like, has this person retaliated? Especially if this mentor here, this person that's been in your ear, if they told you that this is like a really bad person, are you seeing evidence of that? Because maybe this person is the type of person, based on what you were told, that you could reasonably expect to attack you back or insult you or speak evil to you, and maybe you're not seeing them do that. That's significant. But definitely, I think the other piece is just maybe finding somebody to talk to. 2, 3, 4, 5. I know there's a lot of things that you're upset about. I feel like sometimes when we're upset about things, people that are predatory will use those intense emotions to manipulate us. So please just consider that. I now speak to the person that's doing the manipulating. You know what you're doing, okay? 414, and it's going to be found out. For someone, not everybody. Again, for someone, this is a grown-ass person. This could be even like a grandparent or something. Manipulating a child or a teenager. Teaching them, 432, teaching them to attack someone with witchcraft. You could have said some very fucking awful things about this young person's parents, or just things that you don't say that are not true. So you're definitely going to get yours. I promise you this. 453 I saw. When this young person finds out that you lied and that you're actually the problem, all of that rage is going to turn and land right on you. Yeah. What I would recommend for you at this point is stop doing whatever spell work you're doing on this teenager or this young person. Tell the truth and disappear. That would be the best course of action for you. I feel, though, like I'm talking to someone who's very stubborn and very morally corrupt. So you're probably not going to do that. But I'm trying to remember if I got all the points here. This could be a situation where this manipulator is encouraging this young person to hate the person that's actually trying to protect them from the manipulator. So if you're the young person here, I'm not saying to assume that, because as someone who's gone through trauma, I understand the importance of you having your guard up if you feel like you need to be safe, and just generally don't just automatically deify people or assume someone is trying to be in your corner. That's my whole point of this message. You need to make those conclusions based on evidence. So this could be a situation, again, I'm going back to the occultist family or angry mother. There's a mother who's a witch here. trying to manipulate the child into hating the father that would like to actually be there but can't be there, or like hating the father that's trying to protect them from their evil witch mother. Like, that's definitely part of the energy I'm picking up too. That's not everybody's situation though. Or it's a situation where this mentor or this aunt, uncle, toxic parent, whoever, is attaching to this young person just to harvest their energy. And they know that this person they're falsely accusing, them being around, or this young person having them to trust and to guide them, would be a hindrance to you harvesting their energy. So all of this is going to become apparent at some point soon. I really feel like this young person is going to see that this mentor or this relative, this aunt, uncle, mother, for some of you father, they're going to see that this person is purely in it for themselves, that they don't actually care about them, and that they either just generally don't want them to have support or protection because they want to be able to siphon their energy without consequences, or they just have a personal vendetta against this other person that you're angry at. So again, speaking to the young person, I feel like the responsibility is on you, 246 I saw, to really kind of decipher what's happening here, because I feel like for some reason, either because they're just not able to, there's some type of barrier in place, or some type of energetic manipulation this person that's been playing with you has put in place. This person does not have the opportunity to defend themselves and be heard, also because of your anger. Like, you're not hearing this person. I feel like you hearing this person would be the thing that gets you out of this situation completely. And that's why someone has either put spell work on them so that they can't explain, or you won't hear, or that's why they're doing all of this, or they're going so hard. So you're going to have to piece through this. I'm also getting that for someone here, there is going to be an opportunity that comes up where this manipulator does something that hurts this young person's feelings, or starts to kind of chip away at their perception of this mentor. Like, the mask is going to start to fall. At that point, there's going to be some type of window where you, the adult that's being accused, you can now come in and have an interaction with this young person that is not influenced by this mentor or this manipulator. And that's when 432, that's when some type of clarity is going to be reached. But it's definitely going to end up shifting in your favor if you are the person that's just being, 444 when I looked up, if you are the person that's just being attacked and you're not even able or allowed to defend yourself or make it make sense. I feel that this is frustrating for you, so you're going to get your redemption. For the young person here, this is a learning experience, and I do feel like when you find out that you were wrong, you are going to feel a little bit guilty. 511, it's all part of the learning experience. I feel like you're going to later understand this situation as something that taught you discernment, and to not just blindly listen to things, but also to trust your own perception. Because I feel like for you, young person, you have seen signs that this mentor actually doesn't care about you, or doesn't have your best interest, or there have been moments for some of you where this person just keeps talking about this other person, whether this other person is your family or whoever. They keep bringing them up even when you don't really want to talk about them, or even like they'll bring them up even when you're in a good mood and you don't want to think about the situation. You may be starting to see, like, if this person wants me to be happy, why do they trigger these anger and sadness? Why do they trigger these other emotions when I'm actually in a good space and I don't need to talk about that stuff? Like, I think for some of you, you could be realizing this mentor, this relative, whoever, is inducing despair when you're actually not in that energy. and that doesn't make sense to you, but for whatever reason, and it could be spell work or MK Ultra, I heard somebody's doing mind control tactics. You're not, like, you're getting these intuitive hits, but you're ignoring them. You need to stop ignoring them. 656. Because if something is way bigger than you think it is, okay, something is either way bigger than you think it is, meaning this person that you're angry at is put in place to help you, and there's a whole bigger significant reason to that, and this toxic person here is just a blockage, or things are way smaller than you think they are, meaning someone has created this insane story of chaos around this one person to make you angry, and it's really just some petty issue that this mentor had with this other person, or they're just a chaos demon. But you're going to start to see everything for what it is. I feel like for now, feel with your anger and sit with it. Like, don't do nothing impulsive. Don't go to this person's house. Don't try to like also, when you feel this person, this mentor, this person that's talking to you about this evil person, when you feel them start talking to you about this, start asking questions. Okay, why is this coming up now? Why do you keep talking about this? Or like, don't just let them wind you up. See if you can put some separation there. Either physically go to a different, because for some of you, I feel like this young person, again, I said something about foster care or like care worker or something like that, where somebody, this person depends on this other person. So they can't necessarily like leave, or like they don't leave when they maybe could or something. For some of you, this could be a situation even where you, the accused person, live with this vulnerable person, and it's just they have this other person that they go see, this mentor or whoever. But I'm definitely getting more so this is a situation where there's distance. This person could even be attacking you from a distance. This young person. This could be something to do with custody battle. Something about adoption as well. For some of you, this is very specific, 929. For some of you, you were adopted by someone that was trying to harvest your energy, and your biological parent was either trying to block the adoption because they knew, or they found out, and they're now trying to protect you from this adoptive parent, but they can't because of legal restrictions or spell work or like just the manipulation and all of that. This is a lot of different things. Take what resonates for you, but that's the general energy dynamic, like I said. Yeah. But you, young person, you're going to find out that you were lied to. For now, just put some space between you and this manipulator, but you're going to see it. I also feel like when you do start asking too many questions, this mentor or this relative or this person that helps you, 1033, they're going to start to get angry. They're going to start to get irritable. They're going to start to get really mean. Take that as confirmation that you have figured out the truth. 1044. Take what resonates, guys. Leave the rest. I hope this was helpful to someone.